Hey everybody, it's Frankie-Lou. I'm out here in the greenhouse in the sky doing my morning chores, which often includes watering, not every day, but often, and doing my daily pest check. Looking for slugs, looking for cabbage moths and other aphids, stuff like that, see how they're doing. And I thought this is a really great opportunity to talk to you about one of my favorite plants in the garden. I do a whole lot of companion planting and crop rotation in this garden to keep everything healthy and biodiverse and keeping the good bugs coming and keeping the soil healthy. But there's one plant that basically goes into every single bed that I plant. And you might be surprised to hear what that is. And that is a radish. Now, I'm not talking about a nice, neat little tidy row of radish roots. Radish roots are lovely, and I do grow those occasionally, especially white icicle, because they do tend to grow so quickly into a nice edible size. But what I'm talking about is this magnificent beast. Do you see this plant? There are 3 radish plants here. These are plants that I have allowed to bolt, develop flowers, and soon they will also develop seed heads. This whole area at the front of this bed is 3 radish plants. That's a lot of plant matter, as you can see. You might wonder why I would allow that to happen. Well, radishes, yes, radishes are tasty and they're wonderful and a quick crop if you want to eat just a little root. But these 3 plants here have thousands of flowers. And those flowers are amazing for feeding my beneficial bugs. I'm able to sustain colonies of ladybugs, hoverflies, and parasitic wasps in here year round, much part in due to these radish plants. The radish plant is providing so much nutrition to my good bugs, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's buzzing. It's still sealed in here right now. We haven't opened up the doors for the spring because while it's nice and 28 degrees in here right now, it's 4 degrees outside, and so we are not opening up the doors yet to let the breeze-throughs happen. These are all insects that this greenhouse has sustained throughout the year, and yes, the radishes are wonderful for that. If you're looking for a companion plant that's going to attract your beneficial bugs, you really can't do much better than radishes for something that's going to go in quickly. What I like to do is a couple of weeks before I'm going to be planting another crop in my rotation, I'll put some radishes throughout each of the beds. So they're starting to come up before I put the new crop in. That way these plants are well established by the time I put my seedlings in the ground. Now the reason I do that is because I've been discovering recently that not only are these a good attractant for beneficial bugs, they also are a great trap crop. Right now, we're starting to have our annual battle with the slugs because the slugs are waking up and they're enjoying the moisture in here. Nothing we can do about it except try to mitigate it as much as possible. And the radish has been a wonderful aid for me with that this year. I use rhubarb leaves to attract slugs on my beds later on in the year once the leaves are larger, but those are still quite small. Whereas these radish leaves are a nice big broad leaf that the moisture stays to, and guess what, slugs like to go on the underside here. I'll show you the picking I did this morning off of this one plant. Now those little slugs might not seem like a big deal because they're baby slugs, but those are actually a big deal because if I can get them now before they turn into big slugs, that lessens the amount of damage done to my garden. And don't worry, those leaves won't go to waste. Those are going to be fed to my ducks who absolutely love slugs, but I can't allow them in here or it would turn into one mucky mess really, really quickly. Another pest that's attracted to the radish leaves and chooses to eat and lay eggs on there is the cabbage moth. So by having these placed strategically throughout the garden, I am feeding my beneficial bugs, I'm trapping my bad bugs, And I'm also feeding myself a ton. That's one thing I haven't mentioned yet. All of these wonderful little flowers that you see become a delicious, tasty little, almost like a snap pea, the radish pods. And I've been eating those for quite a while. They're wonderful for pickling. They have the texture of a snap pea, but they have the taste of a radish. I know that a lot of people in northern climates and in zone 3 find it difficult to catch those radishes right at the right point where they're plump and developed yet haven't become woody. I don't play that game anymore usually. I just let 1 or 2 bolts and I'm going to get pounds of food off of one plant versus one tasty little root. And before that happens, I'm going to have the benefits of a wonderful companion plant that attracts the good bugs, also attracts the bad bugs for as a trap crop. And I also failed to mention earlier that this is also a wonderful one to plant next to your squash because it deters the squash bugs. So if you're having trouble with your radishes and you like that flavor, why not let 1 or 2 bolt this year? I think you'll be very pleased with the benefits that this fabulous companion plant champion brings to your garden. Keep those questions coming, and as always, I hope you'll take this chance to grow together today. Have a good one.